of Hoerskool Stilfontein and their parents following allegations of racism at the school. The parents allege that some learners have unfairly been made to repeat grades while others were unduly promoted. Our reporter Sellwane Khakhau is at the school.
Well, we're coming to you from Stilfontein Hoerskool here in Stilfontein in the northwest. You'd remember that this is one of the schools that again recently put racism under the spotlight when the parents came to the school saying they are unhappy with quite a number of things showing racism still happening very much in our schools. And as we understand, it's alleged that it's one of the reasons that have led to some children in the school being progressed and others not being progressed. And you can see behind me that schooling has been disrupted a little bit, as you can see some of the parents in the school premises, also school learners right behind me. And we're going to get more details on this from the parents themselves. First going to speak to Mr. Jomo Mia. Sir, tell me, what are your issues here or concerns as parents?
Our issues as parents in this school is that on the 12th, when the schools were closing, our kids came home with the reports that indicated that they failed, and then the reports were having the transfers, and an official came as parents at the school asking the principal why failed kids gave the transfer. Then she didn't have answers on that, and then we on that day we had a meeting with the SGB members, and the SGB members also didn't give us the answers on the issue of transfers. And then the following day on the 14th we went to the second manager, and the second manager also said that the principal does not have the right to give the failed learners the transfers. And then, the other thing, we requested the school to give the evidence that our kids didn't do well. We are not disputing they did well. We wanted to get the evidence that because some of the learners, they did pass term 1, term 2, term 3, and the principal failed to give us the evidence that we requested. The second manager by then, Mr. Tata, he requested phone Miss Furu, the principal, that on the please make sure that you sit down with the parents and resolve this thing before the schools opens. And then we came as parents when the schools open. The principal was reluctant on assisting us on that. Hence, on the 9th, we went to the area manager and to the area manager with the same problem.
Okay, but now what is making you as parents and learners also to believe that there is racism in the school, or that is related to an issue of racism?
Racism it's here in the school. Number one, there are certain white kids who never sat on exams, but those kids are progressed. That's number one. Number two, on the 9th, when we see the desk parents checking the work of learners, our learners came to us saying to us, Mr. certain teacher came to them and then called them the Khakhau. And when we went to him, he said he's not going to speak to any parent of Khakhau parents. Personally, I went to the police station. I opened the case against that teacher in question.
And then also now a representative from the Northwest Education Department was addressing the parents, saying that they are working on finding a resolution. Are you satisfied with what he said?
Yes. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the because he said the investigation on race issue is going to resume this week. I'm satisfied because we are having a hard evidence. There is a video whereby the very same teacher he was manhandling a certain learner and then pushing on a chalkboard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much there for your views. That was one of the parents, Mr. Jomo Mia, telling us that there's quite a number of things that has come up that made them believe that there is racism in this school. He was saying that one of those things is how the learners would be insulted and called by the K word. We're going to speak to another parent, Miss Joyce Tlhabakwane. Ma, can you come a bit closer to me? Thank you very much. The representative from the Northwest Education Department was addressing the parents now. Were you satisfied with what he said?
Yeah, we are very much satisfied about what he said. So my plea to him is that let them not disappoint us. They said they gave us a time frame of by starting tomorrow they'll be starting with the investigation of the racism. So let them stick to that. And I don't think it should take about a month for them to give us what we want as parents regarding racism in this school.
And with regards to your learners that have not progressed to the next grade, how would you like to see that issue being addressed? Because as the parents, you're also alleging that it is because of racism that your children did not progress to other grades.
On that issue, yes, it is an issue of racism. Another thing is the issue of the principal or the teachers not doing their job. I believe there's a policy or there's a protocol that needs to be followed in the school. I asked the principal on the 13th, you know what, the impression that I got in the school facing the principal on the 13th, the first time we got to into her office, we tried to talk to her. She said to us, she cannot address us in a mock. And then I said to her, no, the problem that we're having, it's affecting all the parents, and it's the same problem. So and she gave me an attitude. I'm one person that if you give me an attitude, I'm going to give you an attitude back. So I became that angry and gave her the attitude back. I said, we are not leaving this office. It's either you talk to us or this school will just stand like this. Yeah. So at the end of the day, she agreed, okay, let's go to the staff room. Then we went to the staff room. She was giving us attitude still. I also raised that issue that the principal, you need to change your attitude towards parents. We are parents. We are paying school fees here. You need to treat us like normal human beings. Currently, you are not treating us like that.
Yes, okay.
So I asked her, how if you say a child has failed, which requirements actually for a child to fail? Yeah. Then she told me about the 3 ones, the behavior, and then the absentees.
Okay. Well, sorry for cutting you there, but due to time constraints, we do have to leave it there. But thank you very much for sharing with us your views. One of the parents, they're telling us that there's quite a number of grievances that they have about the teachers here, the school principals, and also just how things are handled in the school. But they are in general saying that they welcome that initiative really by the Department of Education in the Northwest, where they have said that on Thursday they will be starting with investigations, particularly in relation to this issue of racism. That's where we're going to leave it here for now. It's back to you.